Welcome, ladies and gents, to Dopefish Productions Reviewer, where we review anything that catches our fancy. Today's review is an XCOM fan series by Xabiar, which the name of it is the Atlas Protocol. This XCOM series will be getting a 7 out of 10. The reason it's getting such a lower rank compared to its predecessor is because of a few reasons that I will be listing after I give you the summary of this story. After the destruction of the Dreadnought, tensions between the XCOM and the Council are higher than ever. Despite growing opposition and oversight, the commander does not hesitate to push humanity further into uncharted territory, as well as dealing with an ancient global conspiracy and a growing number of countries looking to take advantage of the invasion that is only just the beginning. Now, that is the basic summary of this story. Overall, this story has both improvements and a lot of negatives going for it that lowered it greatly. Overall, the grammar in this book, too, is a lot better than the first book, but the storytelling and a few other details suffered. Because this is around the time when he was getting a lot more external help in writing this series. He was no longer doing it almost by himself. I think he had only 2 or 3 people at most helping him. Now he has like 5 or 6 or 7 people helping him in total within this book. Overall, the series has started going downhill a little bit. The enemy within adds more world building to the story, but there's also a lot more going on, almost too much going on, which takes away from the storytelling. And sometimes when you're reading it, you'd be confused beyond imagining from going to one chapter to another chapter because it'd be in a totally different point of view than where you left off, where it'd be a little minor cliffhanger, or you want to see where it continues from that point. But it'd be on a different person's point of view, and it won't continue until like the middle of the chapter. I got confused several times because of that. But overall, besides those gripes, it is a pretty good story. And there are a few other minor things that put me off in this sequel. There are a few minor events that I just didn't agree with that he could have done without, and a few minor things that he could have added to make it better. But I'm not going to discuss those. Those are for you to discover for your own. Overall, I truly recommend this story to be read at least once. This trilogy is overall a very good trilogy to read. It's a good time waster to read when you're at work or something. Because it's very well written. It's almost written like a legitimate book instead of a fan series. If he just got rid of the XCOM element and completely made it original and came up with new species of aliens, it could be a 100% original story. Um, but besides that, it is very good. Also, book 2 is around the time when he was writing book 2 is around the time when they started translating it in Spanish and Russian translations. The Russian translation, I think, is the only complete. The first book's Russian Translation is the only one that's complete, I believe. I'm not exactly sure. Uh, yeah. But overall, it is pretty alright. But it is starting to go downwards, and yeah. I will say, highly recommend it, and I hope people will take it up and read it. And that is about all I have to say about this chapter. Next chapter will be about book 3, but that chapter is not complete, or that book is not complete, so it may be a little while before I upload it, or I may upload it tomorrow since I've already read the current. We'll see. Now, thank you for listening to my gripes and complaints about a book. I know you had other videos you could be watching, but thank you for watching Duckfish Productions Reviewer. Please come back and give me more reviews.